Hi guys, and a very good afternoon. I've come up to do a video this afternoon of a fairly unique property, I'd say, Casa Belle. Now this is a 5-bed, 5-bath, fully licensed bed and breakfast guest house. It's in this wonderfully lush green valley, the Rambla de Oria, which is around 15 minutes drive. I've just driven up from the centre of Albox and around 10 minutes from the centre of Oria town as well. This is the swimming pool area, 12 by 3 heated pool. And just check out that absolutely gorgeous backdrop. Little pan around from this direction. Now, this gorgeous wood pergola here is actually on the paperwork as a structure. It's currently used for storage, but would lend itself to be a beautiful kind of summer kitchen barbecue area. Now, as I say, fully licensed guest house, very cleverly split into 2 distinct parts. So all the guest accommodation essentially is on the lower floor, and the owners have fantastic accommodation on the upper level. I'll explain that as we go around. And the pool area is located slightly up above the villa, or the cortijo, sorry, and it's kind of makes it a totally private, you know, the guests have total access to this. And, you know, it's not right outside their rooms or anything like that. But then what hotel, you know, is the pool? Literally, you open your bedroom door and the pool's outside. And it means they can come up here in the evenings or whatever and just have total privacy. So the cortijo is situated on a huge 53,000 metre plot. But of course, most of this is not landscaped. It goes off behind the cortijo here into the far distance. And then there's another valley over here to my left. Now, this enormous building you see here is actually a barn, which lends itself to, you know, if you want to or you need to, you could easily adapt that to provide further accommodation. At the moment, I think it's done beautifully. The bit on the end there at the left is used as an art come pottery studio, and the rest of it has been left for reform. We'll have a look at that at the end of the video. So this is the kind of driveway access that you get from the bottom of the valley, if you like, coming up to the cortijo, and then this leads to a nice kind of off-street parking area, which could easily be made bigger if required. Another parking area here just in front of the barn, which is kind of nearer to the rooms. Now, you know, this provides, you know, very lucrative kind of income, which I'll cover a bit as we go around as it stands at the moment. But there are just so many more potential income streams. You know, you could run cookery courses here, you could run art classes, set up a fantastic yoga school. All of these could be run alongside a kind of very profitable guest house business. Again, you can see the access in very good condition, and this takes you up to the parking bay. This is a garage. It's actually used as a storeroom, and they've put a lip on this, so you know it can't be used as a garage at present, but easily just put a little ramp if you want a garage, but really no need for one. And what you've got to appreciate when you're kind of walking around this is that this was really a total ruin, and it's kind of been lovingly refurbished up to a very, very high standard, keeping all the authentic features and details. You know, appreciate this is not going to be for everybody, but any who like to be within nature in a very peaceful environment, starry sky canopies, you know, for their bolt hole when they're coming to look at property, or when they're coming over here for a vacation, perhaps some cycling, some riding, that sort of thing, then this would be a far better choice than a lot of the kind of town centre guest houses and hotels. So let's have a kind of whiz around the interior, and what I've started now is really, this is the guest floor. The whole lower floor is a guest floor. These beautiful character wood doors here. This is the breakfast room, essentially. Now, if you're staying here and using one of the rooms, all of them have got wonderful ensuite bathrooms, but you have a choice of breakfast, and you can have it in this wonderful room here, and it can be cooked just behind the screen there, making it easy for the proprietors. You've got this fantastic Honesty fridge here, which does kind of beers and Fantas and everything, because you can't walk to a shop or a supermarket. And again, some people might see that as a drawback. I think if you're in this kind of industry, having a kind of captive audience of guests that are staying, then this is where you're actually going to make the money. So this kitchen area here has been set up literally to provide guests with breakfast. So it's right next to the interior dining area. And then they've also got the option of having breakfast at certain times of the year outside on the glorious terrace, which is in front of their rooms, which we'll cover a bit in a second. Now, I'm not going to do a lot of filming on this, but the door access to the left there takes you, you've got a dishwasher plumbed in there, so breakfast serving over, guests gone out, thank you, do the dishes. But it's a huge utility storage room in there. So out of here, and you've got a couple of steps up to this absolutely glorious terrace. You can see a wood pergola there covered with a grapevine. And this is a second kind of breakfast spot and a very popular kind of evening relaxation spot. And off of here you have the door access to each of the rooms. So you can imagine, you know, you've had a hard day out looking at properties or looking at some of the local tourist attractions, and you come back and enjoy a wonderful glass of wine out here on this beautiful terrace. Now just up above there you've got the owners kind of accommodation. As I said, really the whole upper level is literally for the owners, and these three doors here lead into the different rooms. So let's go and each of them have kind of got a different theme, which I'll explain as I go around. Let's go and take a look inside. Now when you look at these kind of beautiful, kind of very large country style properties, you really do need to watch these accompanying videos to kind of get an idea of the layout and design, which is very clever. So this is the first and probably the largest of the available guest bedrooms, and what the current owners were doing was gonna, you know, they're charging a kind of different price structure. So this is the most expensive room. You can see on the wall TV there, air conditioning, beautiful tile scheme, and all rooms just off of that lovely courtyard you've come in via. You know, all of you will know at the moment we're getting record temperatures, 34, 35, 40 degrees, yet the valley outside is still lush and green, and I'm just inside this bedroom and it's just so super cool. Now that door there on the left, again we'll see it from the other side, but very clever. You've got in external access obviously for guests, and these doors here are all lockable, but that takes you up to the upper part of the house. So in the mornings when beds are being changed and stuff like that, you're not having to walk around the whole outside of the property to do it. You're coming in via the upstairs. Now this was all refurbished in kind of 2019, 2020 I think, so all the electrics are new, all the water connections. You saw there, glorious sunken spots, lovely heater here, fantastic full bath, and this is the ensuite. Sitting here. And then at the opposite end, gorgeous walk-in shower. So you can get some idea of size. I mean, this is a massive bathroom, and probably double the size you'd get in a you know, a 3 or 4 bedroom villa. So out of that one, back out onto the terrace, and then into the second largest guest bedroom. Another very, very nice room. Now this one hasn't got an air conditioning unit, but it's got a ceiling fan, and again another wall mounted TV. I just love the way these have been presented, you know. Full of character, but beautiful, if that makes sense. You know, it's not, I don't think you're going to be disappointed when you open the door to your room as a guest. And then out through this door here into a little hallway, and then again another huge bathroom, all totally refurbished. Gorgeous hand basin there, double shower tucked away behind. Beautiful room. And this door here, again lockable, basically takes you on to the third bedroom. So this could actually be rented as a family room, you know, like an apartment. Often the owners have had guests come over, they've got 2 young children, so you'll see in a minute the children have that door remains open, and this is the parents' bedroom. Or it can be just rented independently as a double guest bedroom. So here's this room. So it is a good size double, and again it's got an ensuite, so it can be rented independently. As I said, it's through that archway there, door to the right, and that opens out into the bedroom we've just left. Which, if I wasn't explaining this, I think you'd probably find it a little bit hard to navigate your way around. So I'm kind of trying to do it as we would on a viewing trip. So again, another good sized bathroom, not as big as the other two. As I said, this is really designed for a kind of kids room essentially. But you've still got a nice shower, hand basin and mirror. And then this door here is lockable and takes you back into the interior of the house, where you've got the stairs going up to the upper level, to the owner's accommodation. So let's take an amble up and have a look at that, and then we'll finish up, as I say, on the barn. So ambling up from the lower level, and we're now in the owner occupied part of the property, which is totally private, you know, so guests have their privacy and the owners have their privacy. And the first thing you come across, this was the kind of close family room, I suppose, so totally detached from the main house. A very good sized double bedroom. So this is the kind of 4th bedroom we've looked at. Again, wall mounted TV, lovely flooring. And this was a kind of a little kids annex at the end. It's currently used for storage and everything, so I can't really film in there, but it was big enough for a single bedroom, or you could have a massive walk-in wardrobe, whatever you decided. And then you come onto your own glorious kind of roof terrace solarium that looks down on the grapevine pergola below. Absolute sun trap and a terrace. So a doorway there into the main house. And just before you go into the main house on the left here, you've got a very good sized bathroom, shower room, kind of utility room. So that is really utilised only by the bedroom we've just visited. And again, you've got full WC in here, washing machine, tumble dryer, and absolutely everything. So when you've got family over and close friends and stuff, this is perfect for them. I'm just loving the attention to detail and the kind of statues and the artwork and stuff like that that's around the property. It just really lends to the kind of overall feel. Now, it is an authentic farmhouse, so access to the upper level, you do have to duck a bit, I'll warn you now. But once you've come on in, you don't have to duck. Now, you'll have to forgive me because you've got the owner's little doggy. Hang on, I'll say, I think the name is Martha. Hello, Martha. And one of their 3 moggies. And she's decided to keep me company. So it's not me making that snoring noise in the background, it's hysterical. But as you come in this fantastic, very, very spacious kitchen, all granite worktops and everything. Now, another, you know, very good idea, because of the location and the beautiful, peaceful setting. Often you'd have guests coming back in the evening and they would love an evening meal. So there's great potential here. You know, if you've got 3 guest rooms rented out, they'll come back in the evening, and then you make additional income by the honesty bar downstairs, plus providing them an evening meal. Of course, you don't have to, it's not obligatory, but it would be a very welcome feature, and it's a great kind of money spinner as well. And this kitchen kind of certainly provides the space to prepare that kind of stuff. This is a proper chef's kitchen, and you can see then straight through the other end, I mean, look, all the ceilings you can see have been heightened and just gorgeously put together. You know, the refurb is very sympathetic, but arch access there that takes you into an absolutely fabulous dining room. And I do love a big family dining room, I must say. You know, it's a focal point, the meeting point, and it's great. But before we take a look in there, Again, you know, this is used as a dispenser. Well, this is bigger than a lot of people's double bedrooms in the standard villas. So again, there's so much kind of versatility with this style of house. You've got a number of bedrooms already, of course, but if you want to increase that or lessen it, then it's down to you, and use a lot of these bedrooms for other things. Your choice. So very sensibly positioned room now, coming straight off of the kitchen. You're in this enormous dining room. Now, for health reasons, on this level, the owners haven't installed any air conditioning. It doesn't work very well with their overall health, but it's beautiful and cool, stunning room. And then you've got a great big kind of pellet burner in here as well. So very easy to keep toasty in the winter months. Arched access there, it takes you into the main living room. Another beautiful room and very good sized. I must admit, as I'm filming this, I'm kind of falling in love with this place myself. Those of you who know me know I live in a big old house anyway, and I'm always looking at what other people have done with theirs, and I'm very impressed by this. You know, I'm fully aware, I don't need it pointed out, you know, that it's not in a location where you can walk to the beach, or you can walk to the parade of 15 bars and cafes and stuff like that. But for me, that makes it kind of all the more attractive. Just a little pan round from this end. There's another fireplace in here as well, wood burner. Now, they've got an agreement with the land. One of the neighbouring Spanish kind of comes and tends all the almond trees and whatever, and looks after the land for them, because obviously it's a huge plot. But he'll often give them honey, lots of free wood for the wood burners. So it's a very nice kind of reciprocal agreement. Now, through this arch again, off of the dining area. Now here you see the internal stairs. I have to be careful here, because certain little person has decided that I can't walk through quite easily, and this is how you get down to the lower floor internally. And then a bedroom on this floor, which is the owner's bedroom, and you can see it's one of the smallest rooms in the property. It's right at the back of the villa deliberately. Originally, the room that we've just seen as a sitting room was the master bedroom, but essentially you're coming here at the end of the day to sleep, and they wanted the most quiet and peaceful room. So this is on the far side of all the guest accommodation, so if guests are over and want to kind of have a party and stay up late, etc., it doesn't disturb them in this part of the house. And again, if you decide this isn't big enough as your master bedroom, then you can easily convert one of the other massive rooms out there you've seen and make that the master bedroom. I promise, it's not me. You're going to be famous on YouTube. And now we go back down to the lower level, but this is all internal and locked off from the guest accommodation, and it kind of makes the perfect route, you know, when you, like I said earlier, if you're going around doing the beds, etc., then this is the way you'd come. So I'm down at the bottom of the stairs now, and you're in a very good office area, bureau, where you can manage all your bookings and all that kind of stuff from. And then that takes you into one of the guest bedrooms. You saw it from the other side, and that takes you into the family room. This one though hides a secret. Come and have a look. So before you get into the guest bedroom, you've got this absolutely huge storage room, so you can keep all your bedding and ironing stuff and everything in here, totally locked away discreetly. It's not messing with your living accommodation upstairs. That door there takes you into the main guest bedroom, the first one we saw. What an absolutely fantastic room. So in other words, you don't have to keep running up and down the stairs with all the bedding and blah blah blah, because that's all stored nicely here for you. Then finally on this level, you've got the owner's own bathroom. So you saw 3 en suites, one on the courtyard as you came into the kitchen upper level, and then another private owner's bathroom or big double shower room on this level just at the back of the office. So back into the storeroom, into the main guest bedroom. You getting your bearings? You keeping up? It's a lot to take in, I appreciate, but well worth watching to the end. And back out to the courtyard, and let's go and take a look at this amazing barn, which offers a lot more for potential for conversion if required. Yeah, so it would be silly to do a video of this property without taking in the fantastic barn area. And that's this whole building running in front of us here. Now this first part of the barn has been turned into the lady owner. Her husband different, but the lady is a very keen and very good potter, so she's turned this into her main pottery room, but equally it could be a full art studio, whatever you want to do with it. And you can see the rest of the barn running along to the left, and it's a very, very large space. Now that, again, as I said, could easily be converted. What a wonderful yoga studio, perhaps additional guest accommodation. And look, you know, this bit out the front here, you could put a jacuzzi in here, put a big terrace. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. You know, this is not an obligation. It's just some ideas that we're throwing on the table. Hope this gives you some idea of scale. I mean, even if it's just left as it is, great storeroom, workroom, whatever you want. And then immediately behind me, there's a door, lockable, and that takes us through to the pottery studio. So there you have it. It's the fantastic Casa Belle, a fully licensed guest house B&B. 15 minutes drive maximum from the centre of Albox, 10 minutes from Oria, in a beautiful rural setting that's hugely popular with horse riders, cyclists, and those who really appreciate nature and a quiet life, I suppose. So full details will appear in the link below. Owners are currently in occupation and they're more than helpful. So if you'd like to do a viewing, come up and take a look, just let us know. Usual way, khalidahomes@hotmail.com, +34 950 430 763. And what a fantastic prospect of a property this one is. And don't forget, you know, you don't have to run it as a B&B. It can be a fantastic large two-family home, or just rent it out as an Airbnb, for example.